Diablo Immortal introduced the world bosses to the game to spice up the otherwise fun.
Alright, let's see the loot. Wait.
Fair.
Oh boy, what the? Oh my god, seriously.
Gameplay. Some of them are not mechanically challenging, but on the flip side, we have a boss which is the absolute spawn of Satan. And I'm pretty sure you could guess which one I'm talking about now. But before that... Hi! As you can see, I've been progressing lately, and it ain't much but honest work. Even though staying 100% free to play can be a challenge on its own, seeing how little your efforts matter when even with just a little money you could be getting 800% value.
I'd be losing money if I didn't buy this.
I'm staying away from these materialistic temptations.
No, don't do it!
In Diablo Immortal, there are many activities that can give you loot for your character's progression. Elder Rifts, Shadow Contracts,
Put the money in my ass, nigga!
Bounties, Raids, and the list goes on. The one that we are particularly interested in right now is Ibn Fad's Sanctum. Ibn Fad.
These nuts!
Here you can activate a shrine and use different powerful vessels to further increase your combat rating. Acquiring these vessels requires you to kill the aforementioned world bosses. And one of the only world boss related vessels I was missing comes from Blood Rose. Even low-level players are familiar with this boss, as it's one of the earliest you face in the game, but don't think it's gonna be any easier because of this. Basic mechanics of the boss aren't hard to understand. Ground spikes damaging and CCing you, expanding from the middle, laser from right to left, then back, turret-like tentacles shooting in an arc, but as long as you're standing in this corner, you'll be basically untouchable by all of these attacks. So, why is this the most generally hated boss to exist? Well, there are two abilities I haven't mentioned. One is a ground effect, which appears under a random player who attacks the rose, dealing massive damage. It only appears after a little delay, meaning it can be moved away from the people standing in the safe zone. Or moved to them. As the boss's HP drops under 50%, it starts to suck every player in combat near itself and heals for each player who is in the red circle. And it's not a small heal either, we are talking about several 100,000 HP per second per player in the red zone. Meaning that if you aren't fast enough to get out, you can single-handedly cause the boss to reset to full HP and be the cause of several players' mental breakdown. Here you can see our friend Wardog, a nice monk who generously helped extend the playtime for us by almost an hour.
How can you exit the game for other players?
Listen, I might seem a little salty here, but I was doing this boss for hours at this point with no kills, so...
Don't care.
But we only go back to 10 million HP, so it's not as bad as it could be. In no time, we get back to the critical point, where... Okay, I'm not that terrible of a person, but since it's awful enough for me to see every time the boss drops to around 6 million HP, it begins to... Then... I'm not gonna show every fail. With the well-earned spoils, we head to the sanctuary. Life. I love this game.